Good morning. It's 6:45 and we're trying to escape the mosquitoes. Trying. I think we'll have to walk very, very fast to achieve that. We have ambitious plans for today, haven't we?
2,000 miles today. Wrap it up.
Yeah. We have a pretty waterless section ahead of us. I mean, waterless by comparison with what we've had so far. All the water sources are a bit off the trail. I mean, the first one we're heading for now is 0.3 off the trail, which doesn't sound much, but you always have to walk there and back, so that's over half a mile of detour just for the water. And then there's nothing for 7 miles. And then I think there's nothing for another 7 or 8 miles, so we have been spoiled in the past with water runoffs. But today we might have to actually conserve water a bit. Oh yeah, and there's still snow, by the way. Yesterday, 106 degrees, we were walking on snow. My brain can't quite cope with that. Well, it's just filled up with water. Here at the Quincy-LaPorte Road, there's a creek running underneath it. I went down this side, which is a bit of a scramble. Brian went out on the other side of the road, which apparently was a bit easier, so, you know. Just if you come here, try the left side of the road coming from the top, because apparently it's easier access. It is 22:11 and our ambitious plan of doing loads of miles today has already been scuppered. But in the nicest possible way, because we encountered trail magic at mile 1235.6. A lady, I completely forgot to ask her name, but she's Matthew's mum, so utterly wonderful, wonderful people. They just, apparently they do that every year, they just come out in their RV and provide trail magic for a while. Well, thank you very much, Matthew's mum, for a lovely time and a nice bit of breakfast, a cup of tea, and yeah, unfortunately far too much good conversation because it's now much later than intended. And the heat's getting to us again already. See, just see the ears of the little
really
one.
Tiny one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a really tiny one. I don't know whether you saw that this deer has been sort of stalking us, or we it, for a while. We just see he's got a tiny one with it. But yeah, they're not exactly afraid. They don't want to bother you, be bothered by you, but they're not exactly running miles from the trail, I must say. Walking through nature's own flower garden again. Didn't really occur to us until Matthew's mum earlier said that we're hitting all this.
You're talking to yourself again.
We're hitting this section at an unusual time because of the length of the winter, the length of the snow. This is technically spring now, even though it is summer, obviously. But for here, it's spring. Apparently, it's not normally this green or flowery. So we might as well enjoy the fact that the snow has some benefits. Because this is ever so pretty, and the smell, it's just one thing that doesn't smell right. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, there it is.
I'm spotting my pirate look. He's so handsome. We're not filming today because I am so handsome being a pirate.
Yeah, and it just makes the digital stuff crack up.
Yeah.
No, I just realised I haven't filmed a lot today, and it's mainly because we're walking through this a lot, which is, you know, absolutely pleasant to walk through, but actually visually not that exciting. It's just, you know, now it's exciting.
I have a comb. Ooh. My new musical instrument. Ooh. I will love you today. Get all the birds off.
And this is the other reason why we're not filming a lot, because this guy has got sunstroke, I'm sure. So on the last leg to the campsite that we want to go to, we're having another fun descent on 1,000,000 switchbacks. At least this time the trail's better. Gaddux, of course, hasn't a clue where we are because there's trees, you know. Gaddux doesn't do trees. As we're within the last mile of the campsite. Somebody's trying to give us a warning, I think. Proceed no further. We shall tread with caution. It's a good idea anyway, because these are steep down hills. Once again, we missed the dance of the Bryans. There is a rattlesnake literally going into the trees.
You can see the rattle.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Come on, don't do, whoa, don't aggravate it. You see it slithering away there. Just about. There you are. Camera doesn't know what to focus on. I don't want to get any closer just in case.
Just look.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. We have made it to the river. Middle Fork Feather River. And the river that was just a sedate little thing a minute ago, I think that was a tributary we were looking at, is quite powerful. We were saying, oh, you can swim in it? Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Heidi doesn't really like... Ah. Really nice, we got here just before 6. Go and look for a campsite now.
We have arrived.
Ah.
Over there's our source of water, if we dare to stick our hand in it without it getting torn away. That's actually one of the calmer bits. I'm about to set up the tent, and meanwhile Brian is wondering why he's so pretty.
Mosquitoes.
He's killing mosquitoes.
Entertainment for tonight.
There's actually not that many. I mean, given that we're right by the water, there isn't that many yet. Word might spread. Trail's just up there somewhere. There, I think. Ah! Sorry, that was a mosquito on my cheek. Somewhere there. How many miles did we do today?
18.5.
In your dreams.
I 17 point something.
Around 17, so that's not too bad. Despite being held up by trail matching. But tomorrow from here on in is a 3,500 foot climb. Yeah. The good news is it seems to be all in trees. The bad news is it's a 3,500 foot climb. We set off from our random rich campsite nice and early. Well, early for us, 6:45. And it turned out to be sort of the last of the little ups and downs, and from then on it was pretty much just flat down to the Queensland Port Road, where we went down for 0.3 to fill up with some water, and then carried on with all the best intentions to here, that road there, which is where the trail matching was. And then we just sat for a while chatting and eating and generally being spoiled by Matthew's mum. Thank you again. We eventually left there, I think 10:20 it was, to be on our merry way of what should have been a pretty much all downhill day, but turned out to be, as per usual, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. It was a funny sort of day because it was, you know, it was a really easy day. I'm sorry, I'm still on the wrong page. Yeah, it was a really easy day. But we just made no progress. I don't know why. I mean, we never, even though it did stay pretty consistently, you know, little ups and downs and mainly downs. We just made no program. We couldn't get above 2 miles an hour today on average. I think it's just because we stopped every half hour in the heat to take on a lot of water. We had filled up with water, so we were quite heavy as well, but it was a good thing because, I mean, as you can see, there's no water anywhere. There's a spring here which is quite a bit. They say 0.3 off the trail, but a lot of these springs that are off the trail, the paths leading to them are just unpleasant, to put it that way, so we try to avoid as much of that as possible. And yeah, just carried on hiking. I mean, we stopped for lunch, I don't know, somewhere here, I think, just in the middle of the woods, because a lot of today was, as I showed you earlier, just, I mean, very pleasant wood walking, but no distinguishing features. So, you know, this lake we didn't see at all. There was a lot of road crossings that we did see. And yeah, eventually we made it to, now I'm on the right page, the switch where the switchback started, and they backed and switched and switched and backed, and yeah, it's all downhill. For the last 4 miles it is genuinely all downhill, over switchbacks and switchbacks and some more switchbacks and then some switchbacks, and to here where we are now, the Middle Fork Feather River with the Gorges Bridge and the campsites on the other side.